Chicago rapper KTS Dre was fatally shot in an ambush killing. The 31-year-old young man was shot at least 64 times with bullet wounds to his head and other body parts. He was a rising hip-hop artist who had just been released from jail and was walking to a vehicle when several suspects jumped out of two vehicles and began to shoot him. He was one of 10 people killed by gun violence over the weekend in Chicago. A 60-year-old woman who was walking with him was also shot in the knee. His death comes days after inspiring rapper Indian Red Boy was shot and killed in Los Angeles, California, which is a story I will speak about after this story is published. My young people, this is what I gotta say. You guys have to find a way to fix it, attempt to fix it. At least back in the days when they was doing all that shooting back in the late 80s, the rappers tried to fix it. On the West Coast, they was trying to do that. We're all in the same game. On the East Coast, they had that other one song that they were doing for unity. And we just have to work on it, family. It will be impossible to even attempt to unify at the rate we're going with it. Unifying is definitely going to be out of the equation. It's no need to even talk about it because it's not going to happen. Because you young people are the ones who are out and about. The old heads are in the house. We're not out in the clubs and out in the streets. You guys are the ones that's out in the streets. You guys are the ones that have to fix it. Because you guys are the ones that's in the muck of it, in the thick of it, should I say. So young people, we have to find a way to tap in. Some of the OGs want to tap in, the ones that got their head on together. But then you got the other ones that's glorifying the bullshit, which is bullshit in itself. And also for the OGs, they're not even being good examples to show the young people. Because when we look all throughout social media, you see the old heads beefing just like the young ones. So if the old heads is beefing, the young one's gonna say, hey, this is what it's about. It's about beefing. And then the word that you guys have now, clout chasing, y'all got to cut the clout chasing out. You know, because it's costing a lot of lives of young people. And some of these young people are good young people. You think about it. Some of these inspiring young rappers, and they're getting killed. All of them are not bad people, I should say. All of them ain't really about that life, I'll say that. Everybody in a gang, or that runs with a gang, everybody in the group is not really about that life. A lot of them are just following. We just following everybody else, you know, sheep to the slaughter type thing. And then they end up getting slaughtered. But at the end of the day, we, OGs and young people, have to come together and find a medium where we can make this thing safer for other people. Think about it. A 60-year-old lady that was walking with the young man got shot. And luckily, blessings to the Most High, she only got shot in the knee. But that's too much too. So that means they didn't even give a care about somebody's grandmother and somebody's mother. So that's senseless killing. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And that's why we fall. Because we don't stand for the right things. And yeah, you might can't go to the hood where all the young hard heads at and talk to them. But you got one in your family somewhere. Whether it's a cousin, son, nephew, whatever. You got to start right there. That's what you start with. And then every time they little partners come over, as you being an OG, you got to be in their ear, be in their head. Hey, man, it ain't all about that. That's what we supposed to do as OGs if you're not reputable enough to go to the hoods. But you still got family that you can talk to. Saving one could save many, because that one could make some of his other little partners catch on to the trend. He might be more respectable, especially if they're aspiring rappers. They definitely need grown people with their head on their shoulders to talk to them and tell them, hey, all you have to do is look at the history of people that's into the rap world. A lot of them get killed at young ages. And so we just definitely have to pick up our game. We got to do something about it. We have to fix our communities. We definitely have to talk to all the young people, you know. And that's a good thing about this social media, even though the young people and some of the old heads, they're not using social media in the right way. But I say, hey, you use it in the right way, say the right things, and I might not live in your community, but I still might be able to put that bug in your ear. And with that, I'm going to say, this is the news in you, north, east, west, south. Unite from every alley in Cali, intersection in Backstreet. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on your way out the door.